While the holiday season typically conjures images of joy, merriment, and generosity, there exists a character who stands in stark contrast to the festive cheer: Krampus, the horned, devilish counterpart to jolly old Saint Nick. In this episode, we peel back the layers of folklore and legend to explore the intriguing and, at times, terrifying tale of Krampus. Welcome to Let's Be Briefed. I'm Sarah,
And I'm Sydney.
and this week we're discussing Krampus. Do you know anything about Krampus? Have you ever heard of Krampus?
Wasn't there a movie? A
Yeah.
Krampus movie? I didn't even see it, but no, I don't know a damn thing.
Okay. I didn't see the movie either. Okay. Well, Krampus is a horned figure who, during the Advent season, scares children who have misbehaved. And I feel like this is mostly like German or like Austrian, like that area of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
And he assists Saint Nicholas, which is Santa Claus. And both of them visit houses. Well, Santa Claus visits houses on December 6th, but Krampus visits houses the evening before that.
Right, Saint Nick. That's like a big thing in Wisconsin. We do Saint Nick on the 6th. Saint Nick comes
Oh,
and
really?
puts stuff in your stockings. I think it's a German
Yeah,
thing.
it is a German thing. That's cool. Well, Krampus is the night before, I guess. Because Saint Nick like leaves like oranges and fruits and walnuts and chocolates, but Krampus uh gives punishment to badly behaving children. So he's like carries a
He's
birch rod.
scary looking.
Yeah, there's a picture. Do you see it? It says Gruß von Krampus. It's just like greetings from Krampus. There's like a greeting card.
Oh my god.
I'm skipping a lot. I'm
His
skipping
tongue,
ahead a
his
lot.
tongue.
Yeah. Also it's customary to leave an offering of schnapps to Krampus.
That's another really common Wisconsin thing. Everyone's
Really?
drinking schnapps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love cherry schnapps.
Oh, I don't think I've had cherry. I like peach, but that's probably not a Christmas thing. Peaches.
Right. Schnapps. I hate that word.
Uh, well, the name Krampus is thought to come from either Bavarian Krampen, meaning dead, or from German Kramp, meaning claw.
Oh,
Krampus is typically hairy, either black or brown hair, and has cloven hooves and the horns of a goat. He also has a long pointed tongue that lolls out, and he has fangs. And Krampus carries chains and thrashes the chains for dramatic effect. Sometimes, along with the chains, he also has bells for cheer, I guess. He also sometimes carries a bundle of birch branches, which he uses to swat children. And sometimes there's a whip instead of the birch bundle. And he also can be depicted with a large sack or basket attached to his back, which he uses to cart off misbehaving children to either drown them, eat them, or transport them to hell.
this is so scary.
Yeah.
Okay, but my German great grandpa, my mom told me this, for Christmas he would dress up as Santa and put on all these chains and scare the crap out of them.
That's Krampus.
Yeah,
Kind of. Like, oh my
kind
gosh.
of,
The
yeah.
same tradition. The folklore of Krampus could be attributed to pre-Christian Alpine traditions with celebrations involving Krampus dating back to the 6th or 7th century, although there are no written sources before the 16th century. So, who knows? Anthropologist John Honigman wrote in 1975 that Austrians in the community of Ergning, I'm not going to say any of these right, sorry,
That's okay.
but they're aware of heathen elements being blended with Christian elements in the St. Nicholas customs and in other traditional winter ceremonies. So they believe Krampus derives from a pagan supernatural being who was assimilated into the Christian devil.
Oh,
Yeah, because there were already established pagan traditions in the Alpine regions that then became intertwined with Catholicism. Like before, people would masquerade as a devilish figure known as perched? I think that's how you say it. A two-legged humanoid goat with a giraffe-like neck wearing animal furs. Which, how would they know what a giraffe is?
Right.
I mean, we
Just
say
maybe
giraffe-like
maybe
neck,
they
I
just
guess.
said long
Long
neck.
neck, yeah. Still, that's like, what would you see that has a long neck?
Not
There.
a
Lo-
swan.
Oh, do they have swans? I guess, yeah.
Big
They have
swan neck.
swans.
Why
Yeah.
don't they ever say swan like neck or goose like neck?
Well, because those are really thin.
Right.
Giraffes, like, muscly.
Yeah.
Like human, but long, I guess. I don't know. But people wore costumes and marched in processions known as Perchtenlaufen, which is Perchtruns, which these processions were looked at with suspicion by the Catholic Church and banned by some civil authorities because, of course, they were.
Yeah.
Due to the sparse population and rugged nature of the region, the ban was not easily enforced and was pretty useless.
Right.
But around the time of Catholic influence, Nikolausspiel, which is Nicholas play, was introduced, which was a seasonal play inspired by Paradise plays, which focused on Adam and Eve's encounter with a tempter.
Oh.
Which one? It took me a while to understand. Tempter means someone who's tempting them to sin. Because at first, I just couldn't read tempter at first without understanding.
I didn't understand until you just said it too. It's like the fuck is that?
Yeah, someone who's tempting them to sin. But the Nicholas plays focused on competition for human souls and brought up the question of morality. And in these plays, St. Nicholas would reward children for scholarly efforts rather than for good behavior. And then eventually, the Perchtenlauf, inspired by the Nicholas plays, introduced St. Nicholas and his set of good morals. And the I'm not going to say that right, transformed into what would now be known as Krampus and was made to be subjected to St. Nicholas's will.
Oh. Didn't you
So they're
take
like a
German?
team. Yeah, I know. I was practicing earlier. I think it's Perchten.
Perchtenlauf.
Yeah, Perchtenlauf? Or It's not Perchten. Perchtenlauf?
I don't know. I've never taken German.
I don't know. But yeah, traditionally now December 6th is St. Nicholas Day, where the nice children are rewarded with presents in their boots. But the evening before is Krampusnacht, where Krampus comes through with his chains and bells rattling and his birch bundle to punish the bad children and to take them in his sack to the underworld.
Yeah, no, that's what my grandpa was doing. Great grandpa.
Yeah.
But on Christmas, dressed as Santa Claus, he did have birch, not rods.
Bundle.
They were like,
Oh.
what, like a switch? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a really thin.
Oh, yeah. I see.
I would have been so fucking scared.
It would be scary. Look at the picture, the other picture I have.
Ah!
I also like that they're like a team. It was kind of funny.
I know. Best little buddies.
Yeah. But in modern history, there have been times when Krampus was banned. So in 1932, after the Austrian election, Krampus was prohibited. And I think it had something to do with the Nazis.
Oh.
And then in the 1950s, pamphlets were distributed titled Krampus is an Evil Man for fear that encounters with Krampus might damage children's mental health.
I think it would.
Right. But it's been a tradition for so long.
Right.
But yeah, I guess it is scary. And then toward the end of the 20th century, there was a resurgence of Krampus celebrations, which continue today. So there's the Krampuslauf, which is the Krampus run, in which young men dress as Krampus and attempt to scare the audience with their antics, which they have become violent before.
Oh.
Like it said in 2019, there were a lot of arrests for like disorderly conduct and like drunk
Oh my
men.
god.
So that would be scary. Um, but Krampus is also being revived in Bavaria along with a local artistic tradition of hand-carved wooden masks. And there were also Krampuskarten, which are the greeting cards that say Gruß vom Krampus, which is greetings from Krampus. But all the ones I could find are like vintage, so I'm not sure if they're still making.
Yeah, they're kind of fun though.
Yeah. Yeah, this one just has a bunch of children lined up and
Chained
roped
up. They're
together.
chained.
Are those chains or rope?
Well, it looks like a rope.
Well, yeah, but it's
Krampus
just
is
a
chained.
yeah, it's Krampus. Yeah, Krampus is chained. He's
They look
just
like
following the
prisoners.
orders. They all look like prisoners. I don't know. They look very sad too. Okay. Krampus represents more than just a frightful creature. He symbolizes the complexities of human nature, the duality of good and evil, and the enduring power of folklore to shape our traditions. Whether feared or celebrated, Krampus stands as a reminder that the holiday season is not just about festive cheer, but also about reflecting on our actions and embracing the lessons embedded in these age-old tales. In the spirit of Krampuslauf, or the Krampus Run, let us embrace the darkness with a twinkle of mischief in our eyes and a newfound appreciation for the rich tapestry of stories that make this time of year so enchanting.
Aw, that is one thing I do like about Christmas. It's like it's very
Yeah.
traditional.
Yeah, and like magic in the air.
Yep. Well, that's it for this episode. As always, our sources for the episode will be in the description, as well as our social media links. We're on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, all under Let's Be Brief, so check us out there for updates. We also have a Patreon, so you can support us there if you like our content and want more of it. Our email is letsbebriefed@gmail.com if you have any ideas for future topics you'd like us to cover. We're always updating our list with topic options, so if we know you're interested, we can bump a topic up the list. Until next time, stay briefed.